Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss on different design loads that are coming upon the buildings. So different Indian Standard Code has been given for design loads that includes vertical as well as lateral loads. So in IS 875 Part 1, they have given different unit weight of various materials. So this will be useful to calculate the dead load. That means the self weight of the element or the member. Then in Part 2, they have given imposed or live load on different types of member and different conditions. In the third part, they have given the wind load calculations. So the dead load and live load are the gravity or the vertical loads, and wind load will come under lateral loads. Then we have part 4 snow load. In part 5, they have given spatial loads and the load combinations. In IS 1893 part 1, we have earthquake load calculations. So these are different codes that IS or Indian standard we have for design. Coming to gravity or vertical loads, so first is dead load. So these are the static loads or static forces which are permanent. That means the self weight. These are the load that will not change and which is immovable and untransferable, like the self weight of the beam or the slab or the wall we calculate. So this all will come under the dead load. Then the live loads that will change. For example, the inhabitants, that means the people that stay, that may also change. Number of people that stay in the house or in the building may change. The furnitures may change. So this all which may change comes under the live loads. So if you see the gravity load or the vertical loads, it is first it goes to the slab. From the slab, it transfers to the beam, then to the column, and last to the foundation or the footings. I've given one example of vertical load calculation. For example, we have to calculate the load on a roof slab, which is of 150 mm thickness in a residential building with access provided. Access provided in the sense you can go to the roof. Okay. Coming to the dead load, DL is a short form because DL is used in the code. So I've written DL is equal to the 25. 25 is the unit weight of RCC, reinforced cement concrete. Reinforced concrete. So if you're using this 20 instead of 25, instead of RCC, you're using concrete. So your value will be unit weight will be 24. These all are written in your IS 875 part 1. The unit weights of different metals. If you're using brick or you're using any wood, so this all material unit weight will change. So this value may change. If I'm using RCC, so I've used 25 into the thickness is 150. So in meter, I've used 0.15. So your load is 3.75 kilometer per meter square. Then coming to the live load or imposed load. In IS code, they have used IL. IL stands for imposed load. So imposed load is 1.5 kilometer per meter square. This is given if you refer table 2 in IS 875 part 2. If you're going, it is like the load on the roof with access provided is 1.5 kilometer per meter square. So the total load is dead load plus live load, which is 3.75 plus 1.5, 5.25 kilometer per meter square. Okay. So then coming to different spatial loads, we can have temperature effect where expansion of metals can be considered. For example, you're designing a furnace and all where very high temperature comes into picture. So these spatial loads are only for any spatial conditions. Then hydrostatic and soil pressure for basement floors and returning walls. We can have fatigue due to cyclic loads or stress concentration during operation or erections. Then maybe due to accidental loads like impact or blast load, explosion, fire. Then coming to load combinations, which is in part 5. So the different load combinations that we have to consider for designing is dead load plus live load, dead loads plus wind load, dead loads plus earthquake load, dead loads plus live load plus wind load, and dead load plus live load plus earthquake load. So I have not here written about the temperature load, that is you can also consider, that is also given in the IS code. So these are different load combinations. So you have to design for all the load combination, and whichever comes whichever value or the whichever load is the highest one, that you have to design. Okay, that you have to design, or you have to check for that the combination. So you can here see that wind load and earthquake load are not added together. This is different. When wind load is there, earthquake is not there. When earthquake load is there, wind load is not, because both cannot act simultaneously. And if we are adding all together, then your design force will come very high. And if you're going to design the structure for such a high load, your reinforcement, and it will not be economic also. It will be very costly. So this is for your vertical loads or the load combinations. In the next videos, which I've given the link, you can go for wind loads, details of wind loads and the earthquake loads. Thank you for watching.